So you are gay.
So who is gay?
First of all, you are gay. So you're the one doing the bending over. You're the one doing the bending over. There's something I always say. I say trauma does not excuse your behaviors. It only explains it.
So the person I've been dating, oh my God, for more than 4 years has been cheating on me.
Hey.
Brother Bernard.
Hey. I'm gonna write this out.
Hey friends, I trust you are well. Welcome to another episode of
Asking for a Friend.
Yes, brought to you exclusively here on the SNS. Prior to beginning, we'd like to express our gratitude to Longonot Place for providing us with their serviced apartments as a shoot location. They are situated off Harithuku Road and are ideal for individuals who are seeking both long-term and short-term rentals. For more information, feel free to check the description box down below. Now, Asking for a Friend is a very fun and engaging segment where myself and my guests will be responding to your dilemmas. Speaking of guests joining us today, on my right we have...
Hi guys, I'm Cami McKindia. I'm a radio presenter and content creator.
And I'm Cindy Morioki, a digital marketer and content creator.
And to my left we have...
Hey guys, I'm Yaz. I'm a digital content creator. Hi guys, my name is Joan Melly. I'm a podcaster, digital creator, and digital marketer.
That's a period. Are we ready? Let's get it. Okay, dilemma number one. I don't know whether we should start with a really, really spicy one or we start light-hearted.
No, you have to start with
Spicy.
We start with the light or the spicy?
The spicy.
Okay, let me look for the one that is literally from the pits of hell. No, I want us to start with that.
With a bang.
Hey, I found it. Joanne wept. She says, hi Steph, hi. So early this year we went to Shags to bury my shosho. Then later on during the day, I went looking for my dad. Get this. Only to see him making out with my uncle. I am torn between telling my mother or keeping this secret till I die.
No.
What should I do?
No way.
Brother Bernard.
There's so much to
unpack.
Yeah, first of all, at a funeral.
But are the uncle and dad related?
Yeah.
Is it my
Fact. Is it your dad?
Is it your dad? Is it his brother?
Yeah.
Or not incestuous relationships
Dude.
at a funeral.
I think, what?
I mean, happy Pride Month, but no. No way.
They said R.I.P. Shosh, but
Yeah, let's
get it on.
Oh my goodness.
So what should she do, guys?
I mean, how do you even process that?
I don't even think your mom will believe you.
Yeah,
So you know what I'd say?
Yeah.
Stay out of grown folk business.
Okay, yeah.
Mind your guidance. Pray about it. Pray.
Yeah, prayer.
There's nothing else you can do because you tell your mom gets heartbroken. Chances are she might not believe you.
Yeah.
Or things
Even
might
me,
go
I'm struggling
south.
to believe. Forget the mom.
How do you even
Whoever sent this dilemma, just reach out to me personally. I need references.
I feel like that's
not the
support.
secret to tell. Yeah.
It's a secret to tell.
But maybe like talk to your dad about it.
Yeah.
Did the dad see her? See
Right.
That's
You know, I think actually a conversation with the dad might be worth a shot because it's such a
what do you
taboo
say?
subject. So yeah, hi dad, I saw you making out with Uncle John. So that's actually that actually doesn't really.
So you're gay. So you are gay.
So who is gay?
First of all,
You are gay. So you're the one doing the bending over.
you're the one doing the
Yeah, if you don't get those references, guys.
To
Get on TikTok.
Get on TikTok.
Unsponsored.
There's a lot of layers to this. There's infidelity. There's incest.
Potential incest. We don't know.
Yeah,
For
sure.
sure.
Oh, this is that uncle. You guys know that uncle friend.
Family friend.
Yeah.
The one who
I used to carry you when you were a baby.
Yeah.
That uncle.
Look at us trying to make it better. Just trying to.
Let me tell you, happy Pride Month, but I just say,
no.
just
Yeah,
don't
for
talk about
real.
You keep on asking that about it. I don't think it's necessary to involve your mom in something like that. And I believe you're older, like you're old
enough
age,
to,
to just know
to see us go for business.
So how do you unsee that?
You don't.
You
can't.
You're gonna for the rest of your life. Those are the things you tackle with your therapist.
For real, it's you and your therapist. You have to take it to the journal.
You can't write that in a journal. You can't write it.
First of all, you want that memory burned from your brain.
Talk to the law, talk to the therapist. One of the two.
For real.
I feel
I don't think.
yeah, but
Talk to your dad. Talk to someone. Sorrows, prayers.
Okay, next step. So we are in consensus that is not her story to tell.
Yeah.
Secret story, business, you name it. Okay. Hi y'all. Hi. I'm 23 and my career has taken off quite quickly. Love this for her.
Oh, lovely.
I am making a lot more money than I had expected for someone young. And I'm just starting out. I come from a frugal household and I always feel so guilty spending my money on expensive things. So my dilemma is how to not feel guilty splurging.
Wow. Yeah.
as 23-year-olds, what do we have to
Dude,
say?
first of all, I wish I had your problem as a 23-year-old. But I don't know, that's not your burden to carry. You don't have to feel guilty for, making a name for yourself and establishing yourself first, even though you came from like a frugal background. You shouldn't feel guilty for what you have. You should feel empowered by it.
Yeah.
Though I understand.
I think you should actually cut you off. Yeah, you should switch it. Instead of feeling guilty about it, be like, I've made it this far despite my circumstances. So I think it's amazing. Shout out to you for being in your bag. It's amazing.
I feel like it's also about unlearning some things.
Yeah.
I feel like growing up in that type of environment, you kind of grow up with the scarcity mentality. Where you feel like, oh, I can't spend this. If I do, I won't have anything left. So it's just slowly unlearning that it's okay to spend on yourself sometimes.
Yeah, what I'd say is reward yourself. Let's say you do one good deed at home, make sure you reward yourself for that. I think as human beings, we like rewards. Honestly, remember when we were young, we used to be told, ukikuwa number one, I'll buy you a toy or something like that. So when you achieve a certain milestone, or when you buy something for the family or within the household, treat yourself and get something for yourself. It will make it less
Burdenous.
it will make you feel less guilty about it. Yeah. So, but congratulations, girl.
You should be proud of yourself.
We want to see you.
Where do you work?
Connect to us.
Can I join you? Become an assistant.
My number will be in the description box.
Yeah, but I get it. They're genuinely feeling that guilt of spending on yourself comes really easy, especially when you really struggle. So we get where you're coming from, but also cut yourself some slack and just, get what you want, girl.
Yeah.
Start with something small,
sweetie.
First of all, give yourself a pat on the back. You're doing so really.
Yeah. And I think also maybe just to add on that, we also need to emphasize on balance. Yeah. Because you can't be saving. Yeah. I think for me sometimes when I'm saving, it's on a lighter note. You know how you say you're saving for rainy day trade?
It becomes dark real quick.
It's raining all of a sudden. So
It's usually so funny when it happens to be in the club.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, today's a rainy day. I need to get
To buy us over drink. That's the rain.
I think also at the age that she is at, she may or may not have so many responsibilities.
Yeah.
So my sister, the responsibilities are going to come.
They're running actually right now.
I saw this tweet on Twitter that someone said saving means you don't believe in your future self.
That's horrible mentality. No.
Yeah. So I think once you are young, I think there are so many pleasures to this life. Yeah. And I think my sister is always telling me how tomorrow is not promised.
Yeah.
So when you can, especially now that you have said that you have the ability to do it. Treat yourself. This life. Okay, next dilemma. She says, hi, gorgeous. Hi.
Me out in there.
I love it. And then they'll drop the biggest ball.
So I saw my cousin making out with my mom.
Don't take us back.
Okay. So some says, hi, gorgeous. I have a close friend who is so petty.
Oh.
She's she's always blowing things out of proportion, always overthinking and feeling insecure about our friendship. I've tried communicating, but she doesn't get it. I'm not the only friend complaining. FYI, she has had a difficult childhood, so riddled with a lot of emotional abuse. How do I go about it? Should I leave the friendship or give grace? What do I do?
I mean, I used to be in a relationship like that before, and I felt so guilty that I wasn't such a good friend. But then it reached a point where I can't babysit you every single time. You know what I mean? So you need to let them know how this is affecting you, and if it doesn't change, you can just like distance yourself, I'd say.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a shame what happened to her in her childhood. Like going through abuse is horrible. But when we become adults, it becomes like our responsibility to make sure we work on our toxic habits. We don't let it define us. If you have access to therapy, amazing. Go for therapy. Talk to friends. You have to want to be better. And it sounds like you guys have like tried to work it out, and she's still not doing it. I just feel like that's not her portion anymore. If it's affecting your life, other people can't now bring you down because of their own issues. Support where you can. You can't. You've tried. Leave it now.
There's something I always say. I say trauma does not excuse your behaviors. It only explains it. Yes, so you going through your own things, like for sure, it explains why you act the way you are, but then it also does not excuse you from being a better person, being a good friend to your friends. So you need to get your shit in order. And if someone has mentioned this before and you're not even trying or even putting effort to change, that means you simply do not care for your friendship. That's why you're letting some things come in between, because everyone has their own burdens. So let's say I come with my own trauma and I don't give a flying fuck about whatever is happening, and I'm just telling you this is how I am, deal with it. Then how are we supposed to navigate through life if everyone would be acting the same way? So I feel like she needs to get her shit in order, sorry to say, but fix yourself before. If you want to be in good relationships with friends, you need to be able to accommodate other people.
And I feel like you need to have this conversation with her. To let her know how you're feeling, how the group is feeling, basically.
I was gonna say the same. Like, you need to sit. I know she's already said that they've tried talking to her
about it.
I mean, sometimes there's just people who need to hear it a couple of times, but it's also exhausting to keep repeating yourself
over and over again.
But if you can just say, hey friend, this and this and this is happening, and it's making me and all these other people, because she said it's more than one friend, it's making us feel like this, and we would like you to do this. And if she still does not want to change, or she's very dismissive about it, I feel like that's the biggest sign that it's not worth it.
You have to want it. She has to want it.
And she has to be like, also like, oh my god, I didn't know, like remorseful about, because maybe she doesn't know, she's not aware of how deep it is.
And also I feel like you should also have a conversation with them about notifying you when they feel triggered about the situation, because definitely it's a reaction to something you might be doing, and you guys are not doing it on purpose, in a way to offend her. So if you can let her know, to let you guys know of her triggers and what could make her act out like that, then it will make the whole thing easier to navigate through.
Okay, all the best, sis. Okay, next dilemma. An ancient sneaky link, and she puts in brackets over 5 years.
You've been thinking around for 5 years?
So she says, this ancient sneaky link started dating a friend of mine that we both met after our thing was done.
Okay.
According to me, all that is none of her business, and I'm not planning on telling her because it really doesn't matter. But knowing my friend, she might catch a feeling if she finds out from him and not from me. Asking him not to tell her also seems shady. I'm not doing that. I don't want to bring it up with her, because if I do, it's gonna seem like there's still something when there genuinely isn't. I didn't know her then, so I don't owe her anything. What would you do?
But you know her now.
Exactly.
You know, I don't know. I just, be honest.
That's
all I have to say. Just be honest. Yeah.
So you hiding it is making it worse. Like now it seems like there was something bigger, and you're trying to keep it under wraps. It's better out in the open.
How long ago was it? Because you see, not their relationship, not their sneaky link, but how long was it before the friends started dating? Because you see, it would make sense to say immediately, but like if 2-3 years have passed and then you're bringing it up now, it's a bit.
But then she said they started dating after they ended.
Yeah, but how long did they?
Did they just start
I'd be really upset because I think 5 years of sneaky link, that may be the love of your life. What are you doing?
Does she mean 5 years ago?
I think that's what it
5 years ago.
That's what 5 years engagement.
I thought like they were on and off.
Okay, so does that mean now that these guys have been dating for 5 years?
No, they used to date 5 years ago. They had a sneaky link 5 years
Yes, now
ago.
these new ones, now the ex sneaky link and this new friend.
Yeah.
Because she said shortly after it ended is when these guys started. So has it been 5 years of them being in a relationship?
Have they been together for 5 years? Or
why 5 years
To
now?
clarify if you're watching
Yeah, I feel like she might mean like on and off sneaky link, like you're in
5
there
years.
for 5 years, and then hopefully, I'm hoping recently the friend has now started dating.
the guy?
But I'm curious though.
Yeah.
If you're my friend, you didn't know about said
Yeah.
They met
them together.
They met together after it had
After
ended.
it had ended.
Oh, they met with the boyfriend together, like with the
With the
sneaky
new friend.
link.
With the new
The
friend.
sneaky link. All three met at the same time.
Yeah.
Phew. Okay. I'm confused.
So should she tell her?
I think if it's recent.
Yeah.
If it's recent.
If it's recent, yes. If too much time has passed,
There's no
it's
need.
so shady.
Yeah.
Actually, there is a problem.
Exactly. Now you have to blame the bed you made because.
Okay, plot twist.
Okay.
Forget getting to know. It's a hotel up in here. Forget getting to know from either. What if this friend finds out from now somebody else? Oh, you didn't know the other thing?
You see,
So I'm like, your worry is her not finding out from you or him.
What about
Other people?
That's what she should say it quickly.
Yeah, but then it depends if too much time has passed.
Yeah, I think time is the
If too
ultimate
much
factor.
time has passed and someone else says, she'd be like, oh my god, that was such a long time ago.
Yeah, if she's a
Exactly.
reasonable person.
Yeah.
Okay, but let's bring it home. Your friend. Would you want to be told
That
your current partner had a thing with your
current
friend?
Back
a
in the
while
day.
back.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
also
not
remember.
really. I don't care about it.
Yeah, neither.
And if I find out, I really wouldn't care about it. But if it's recently, I'd like to know. Yeah. You know what I mean? If it's
Yeah.
been like, 5-6 months, I'd like to know. Basically.
maybe I'm
Yes.
crazy. I'd like to know regardless.
No.
Tell me.
For me, I think I'm like with Yaz. I wouldn't care if it was a really long time ago.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm so sure there's nothing going on.
Yeah.
So even if I found out, I'd just be like,
Okay, that was in the
and
past,
so
and
I'm like,
season
okay, it's in the past.
Get with the program.
Moved on now.
This is us now.
Yeah.
I'll be like, so you have a good taste.
Yeah.
Nice, me and my friend, let's go.
I don't know.
Yeah, but easily, I just say the same thing with you. If it was a long time ago, I wouldn't give 2 shits about it. But now, recently, 5 months, 6 months ago, ooh,
Tell me about it. The alarms will be ringing in my head.
No, honestly.
Yeah.
Be a good friend.
It was 5 years ago ancient.
Yeah.
And not
Ancient.
5-year-old relationship.
Yeah.
It was not a relationship.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Because if that's the case, girl, stand up.
Yeah. Be truth. I don't care. Okay.
Crazy.
So we're in consensus that
Tell her
depending
if it's
on the
recent.
timeline.
Yeah.
Okay.
tell your friend.
Timeline.
Yeah.
All right. So, but I wonder how that
Before she
conversation
finds
will
out
go.
here, yeah?
Right?
Yeah. I mean,
If she finds
She
out
watches the show.
and she's like to connect the maps. She's like, am I the villain? Yeah, I'm curious as to how a conversation would go. Like, oh yeah, so about your boo, you know,
I mean, I guess it has to be like the right time and place. When
hey, coming to you. Hey, bestie. Hey, girl. Hey, girlie. I think girlie is a person.
No, girlie is wild.
That is very true.
So, even her babe triggers me. So, do you know?
I call girly if you're like actually my really good
girlie.
friend.
Yeah, me
But like just like a random girl calling me girly, who's your girl? Who said I was a girl? First of all,
Both of you just say
Respect. No, I'm dead, you
it has
guys.
like this condescending.
Yeah.
I really don't like it.
With the up and down, like, hi babe, hi babe.
I really I'm so against people calling me babe anyhow.
Really?
Unless you're my friend. Like, I'm okay with you calling me babe, love. Someone new, you wanna touch me?
Okay, you know what? That's low-key like my toxic trait. I go around saying, hi, darling.
I've literally been like, oh, she wants to square up.
Me thinking I'm being so nice. Who is darling?
Okay, Next dilemma. She says, hi Steph, love your content, thank you. So I'm in a dilemma. I met my real dad when I was 17. He's been supportive since then and I love him.
Make a bad joke, guys. He came back to buy the meal.
Mute John's my Have camera. So she says, he's been supportive since then and I love him, but also I have a stepdad who's never supported me. He's a drunkard. He's verbally abusive to me and mistreats me. So my dilemma is, who should I introduce my boyfriend to, like, officially? I have my stepdad's name as my last name, as he's still married to my mom, by the way, but I want to involve my real dad in my life fully. I don't know what to do.
First of
So
all,
there's the introduction.
that stepdad did not step up, so there's no business, and especially if he's not been supportive, present in your life, you have no business introducing him to anyone that you care for. Because the same thing that has happened to you might transfer and happen to someone else. So you ain't got no business. You don't even owe him anything. He gave you the last name. And then just you can drop it, babe.
Easily.
I reckon,
I think the answer is so simple. Like, introduce your guy to
I saw a story like this on Twitter, which was like opposite. A guy on TikTok was complaining. Basically, he's a stepdad. Well, not stepdad. He's been dating the girl's mom for like 15 years. They were married, but he's taken her to school. He's done everything, right? But then once she was getting married, her deadbeat dad was the one who was supposed to walk her down the aisle, and he was upset. And the stepdad was the one who was funding the wedding, like doing everything. And then on the day where the families were meeting, she stood up and be like, okay, so this is my dad, he's the one who'd be walking me down the aisle.
You know, that is really disrespectful.
I feel
You should tussle with the girl. I don't even
What happened on the wedding day?
Really
He
disrespectful.
literally pulled out. He said, I'm not doing anything. He literally said,
And
they don't deserve it.
rightfully so.
I was like, back to them, basically.
That's embarrassing. Let her stick with her deadbeat
And then she'll see, because like this man raised her, like stood up for her, stood up for her, you know what I mean? So it is really hurtful.
And I've seen so many things of deadbeats, like stories of deadbeat dads coming when the kids are successful, when they really don't have any parenting to do, and then all of a sudden they feel obligated to this. And sometimes you can find even maybe that situation, that girl, the dad maybe had forced her into saying, you need to publicly acknowledge me. Something like
That's true.
Yeah, I mean,
That's sad.
But yeah, introduce your man to, you know.
Respect is a two-way thing. So, and you're an adult right now. What is he gonna do? Beat you?
Literally.
Come for him too.
Yeah, we'll square up for you.
We like to tussle.
Just drop the pin in the comments. Okay, this one is an interesting one on friendships. She says, hi, I really love your show, thank you. My dilemma is I've been having fallouts with friends, and it's because I end up giving so much and I end up feeling drained. You know how female friendships are just the epitome of support and love? Sometimes I might be settling for less. I'm 20 years old and I can't seem to find genuine friends. Everyone seems comfortable with being fake, but I'm looking for a sisterhood but can't seem to find. I have tried lowering my standards when it came to picking friends. Where Ilini Ramba? So am I wrong for not having high standards when it comes to friendship? Thank you.
Yes, you're wrong.
First of all, don't lower your standards. Let's start. Never settle for less. Ever. In anything in life. Don't do that. But I do understand, like, falling out with friends. I feel like
she's very young, 20.
You're young. So It's tricky. I feel like you just have to continue being yourself. Like, don't feel like you have to conform into anyone's standards or try to fit in a group where you don't feel like you can genuinely be you. Just it may be lonely for a bit, or it might take a bit of time to find those people, but just be yourself. Maybe go to do things that you like activities that you like. You might end up finding people there who are similarly aligned to you and your just what you want to do, what you like to do. I think that's
this prayer that you say, God, please take people who are not meant to be in my life. He answered that prayer real quick. Don't make it immediately. He says, okay, I got you. So I would want to say, I mean, it's lonely, but I want to say, don't look at it in a very negative way. Look at it as redirection for you to find your people. There's a purpose and there's a reason why this is happening, and you're 20, so things are changing in your life. You're just transitioning from high school. People are now transitioning into careers, and life gets different, because in high schools we usually are in the same category, sisi wote. And then once we leave and step out into the real world, now things become real. Like, you now start meeting people in the same, sorry to say, but same tax bracket as you, same whatnots as you, and you find people exposing their true selves, like, at that point. So I would not take it as a negative thing. Just as Cindy has said, please find activities that you like doing. You'll find people who relate with you, people who have the same purpose as you in life. And you got this, babe. Imagine losing friends. You keep on falling out with people every single day. And it will still happen. And I'm sure there's true love and support in female friend groups. So don't dismiss it just because of this short staff period.
And I feel like as you grow older, you realize you can't expect the same from all your friends. People will show support, love in completely different ways. So don't expect like, oh, I want this and this and this from this, like everything exactly the same from everyone.
But I want to be devil's advocate.
Go as per usual.
I'm curious because interesting, she highlights how female friendships are, the epitome of love and support. But I'm curious, what is it about you that attracts a particular type of people? Fake people that you're alluding to. I think that's what I'm so curious about. But also I think in retrospect you're only 20 years. Because when I think in hindsight in high school, I thought these babes would be my bridesmaids for bloody life. And I probably only speak to like one person. Which is so crazy.
Which is so insane. There are two sides to that. Like the side you're saying, you get the energy you give out. So if you're radiating a certain frequency, you're going to attract people at that
and she said she lowered her standards. So at some point she's being fake also.
Exactly, right. And also we accept the love we think we deserve. So if you're being treated a certain way and you continue to stay in that certain situation, you feel like you deserve it at some point. And if you feel like, okay, this is not it anymore, like John said, it will be lonely for some time, but stand up and literally be yourself, and that's when you'll start to attract people of your frequency, of like your caliber.
And also you feel like you're not deserving of it, of even true friendship. For sure you'll stay there. Are you going out of your way to be good friends to those people? Are you doing that?
Another thing I was going to add is, are you purposefully being someone you're not? Because you can't keep that up forever. You can't try to be fake, basically. Like, you need to be true to yourself.
Eventually the mask will come down and people will be like, what? Like, then maybe you're being fake.
So maybe even the friendships are ending because, as you said, you lowered your standards. So at a point you got tired of that, and then your friends are like, but we are used to this version of it, so are you now changing?
Exactly.
But anyway, friends are there, reasons and seasons, so
you'll get good friends.
And you're 20, don't worry. Like, you are
still young.
Hey Steph, I was in a 3-year relationship that ended 2 years ago, but I have been in and out of contact with the proposed ex. It wasn't an issue initially because I was not in any serious relationship for the past 2 years, so I would entertain the guy. This year, however, I met a guy who is completely different but yet so similar to my ex. I thought I was finally ready to move on and have something good for myself since my ex has been in a stable relationship for a year now. But a couple of times I do find myself thinking about my ex while I am with my current man, and it ends up ruining the mood. I don't know how to detach from my ex when I'm actually dating him in a different body.
Girl.
It makes me feel so bad and so guilty because my current man is so nice and so kind-hearted, and I wouldn't want to fuck it up just because I have failed to actually move on.
Babe, let
him
that
in a different
man
body
go.
is crazy.
Let that man go.
Actually crazy.
Dating him in a different body.
Girl.
You know how
Bad,
crazy
bad.
that is.
Let that man go. First of all, you're wasting his time, his energy, his
Wait,
love.
which man? The current.
The current,
Yeah.
And again, you're purposefully affecting your ex's relationship. You're participating in it. This nigga has another shorty, but he has been keeping contact with you. Girl,
This is just not gonna end well.
it's not. Found you don't know how to detach from him. You, babe, you're still talking to him.
Yeah, so I got detached. You're
daydreaming
always
about
in
him.
contact. Daydreaming.
Babe, you need to.
I need to heal. I'm still stuck on dating him in a different body.
You know the funniest thing?
That is.
Wow.
You know, that's so sad for like a current man, because it's like everything he does, she's gonna be comparing.
I don't think she gave herself the grace to heal from the other relationship. She has always been in contact, and babe, that's the first step of detachment. You need to heal, cut that nigga off,
And you were actively looking for someone who would remind you of him.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
That is so crazy, girl.
C knows me very well. I'm the CEO of keeping in contact with exes.
That's why
she turned around.
She turned around when you were and I said, we're still friends with their proposed ex.
I have left that lifestyle alone because let me tell you.
Go ahead. I am in pain. You can see it after this personally. I talk to you.
I put her through it.
This dilemma is hitting to me.
No, literally. She's like,
Your friends are the ones who suffer the most because they just hear you kicking. And then it's like, you're still talking to
No, my problem is like
It's
there's
not
always
worth
two
it.
sides, because one day it's like sadness. It's like, I can't believe this happened. You're crying, you're crying. Then next is like, I'm going to
no, girl, that just shows you so like flighty up and down. You don't know yourself.
That's
You don't
not
know
good.
your worth. It didn't work out for a reason.
Yeah.
It's hard. Move on. Move on. Just keep it pushing.
I think
just take your time.
I'm sending you love.
For real.
The funniest thing is, she said ex for 3 years, dated for 1 year, 2 years she's just been hanging on to this guy.
Imagine.
Yeah.
Might be a
And
trauma.
I can imagine how painful it is for you.
So they weren't really broken up.
Yeah.
If you think about it,
Yeah.
those 2 years weren't.
It was just in
It's
limbo.
just
It was just in limbo.
contact. When you say I'm still in contact,
Yeah.
do you mean bodily contact?
Just put this into perspective for you, girl. I'm so sad. I want to hug you and then pinch you up. Because this man went ahead and chose someone else instead of coming back to you. He went and started another relationship. Then he said, watch a hip break, pause, let me get someone
Another
else.
one,
And then for sure, he knows if that relationship does not work out, he's going to come back to you because you're available.
You're just there.
Right.
Girl,
Sorry,
No,
babe.
stand
Thinking
up.
about him. Crazy.
Yeah, please. I mean, I want you to choose yourself. You want better for yourself.
For your
Because
sake.
you can't be saying you want better. You don't want to fuck this up when you're clearly actively doing it.
Right.
I want leave that other guy that you're with alone. Heal. Work on yourself, and then when you're emotionally ready, get back.
Get back out there.
Yeah.
And no judgment. We get it. Getting over it.
We have been there. We have been there. But it's so sad for you to be in such a limbo.
You'll be safe.
You'll be easy.
Let's go with a support group.
Have you read a dissertation on this, girl?
I used to do it like when I was 19. That's I was still fresh out of school, and then I'm learning this relationship thing outside. Right now, you fuck up once you're out.
Yeah.
You don't have to look back. You don't have to give someone second chances, and you're letting them
Walk
babe.
And that's what
But you see, the thing is also, I can understand wanting to keep this guy around, and it's not even because clearly he's not a good person, as Joanna said. He has a whole other babe.
Yeah.
But like when you reach a point where you know a person because they dated for 3 years, right? 3 years, you know this guy, ticks, you know what he likes. It's very familiar. So for you to let go of that and start, and maybe that's even why you ended up looking for someone who's very similar to your ex. It's because you're comfortable with that, and it can be scary to get to know someone new, but this is a very crazy situation that you're in. So crazy. As we have said, first let that man go. Actually, let them both of them. Let them both go and work on yourself, sis, for real.
Live your life, have fun. Discover yourself.
There's so much
you won't
to see.
really truly move on if you're still attached.
Even to the other version, a clone version.
The clone.
Not the host body.
Literally. I would be so surprised if she hasn't called him by the other name.
Because what happened?
Imagine. That's
crazy. I think I'd leave immediately.
Get out.
Who is that?
Get out.
Who is that?
That is so wild. Like a picture outside. Let that man go.
Let them both go, actually.
There's this, is it Crazy Rich Asians, that show? There's no dick in this world that is that good.
R.I.P. She unfortunately passed away. But facts though.
Facts, please.
Okay.
Please heal.
In conclusion.
In conclusion, heal. With all love and respect to you. And strength.
Because removing yourself from such a situation is so hard. It's taken a lot from you. And you need to have serious girlfriends who will pinch you when you do such accidents, you know? You need people to be calling you out because you can't be cloning niggas, babe.
And you know, it reaches a point where eventually when your friend I'm never letting it go. But you know, I can imagine how quote unquote insufferable for Cindy it must have been. Because it's like, babe, and that's the thing, the answer lies within you.
Exactly. And you just have to find, like we'll keep saying it over and over again. Like self-respect and good friends. Literally, go
maybe now she'll start listening to me when I tell her, not this one, this one again.
I'm in my healing era. Let me be your
don't take it lightly when people say they cry. Don't take it lightly. Cry yourself out of that situation.
Feel all your feelings.
For sure. Because ain't no way, girl. No way.
Okay.
I'm praying for you though.
Love and prayers to you, girl.
It will get better.
Love ya. Bye.
Okay, next. The person I've been dating, oh my god, for more than 4 years has been cheating on me.
Hey.
Brother Bernard.
Hey. I'm gonna write this down.
Okay, so she says cheating on me for 4 years. It's not the first time, and I'm just so mad this time round, but I still love him. Kindly advise me on what to do. Should I just forget about him or do I take him back?
Girl, you know the answer.
Let that man go.
You know the answer. You want to become Annie? Okay, fine. Support your man through it all. Because now he's going to start having kids on you. And then
scary.
You still love him.
Scary.
And then what do you mean you love him? After him disrespecting you.
He don't love you.
Do you love yourself?
You love yourself.
No, for real. Because she said now this time she's angry. So the first time you were not
so angry.
Girl.
She was like, I bet. I told her my mistake.
And he sees that you're compliant. So
he's gonna do
he really doesn't care.
I don't even think he's asked for forgiveness. Because he's about to. And then the fact that he's even letting you know that he's cheating. Girl, that man does not respect you. You need to respect yourself.
This is the instances for if you hate me, just say.
Just say. No, but actually he is.
No, he can't.
He's saying it very loudly. Listening. He's just
maybe he's actually trying to get rid of her. You know, there's those people who can't break up with people, so they just do like really messed up.
Oh, I hate that. That's so
really messed up.
So I think respect yourself. And you don't, why is this even a dilemma?
Leave him.
When you were typing this out, you were like, for real. Genuinely, I'm so sorry, but like you were like,
She said, what should I do? You know what to do.
I know what to do. I think you know what to do. I think she was seeking validation. This is your sign. This is the sign to go break up with that man. Immediately.
We don't care that it's 4 years.
Let us go today. Don't even think twice about it. Leave and don't even look back, because one thing is going to try and manipulate you back into the situation.
Exactly.
He's done it a couple of times. You might find yourself victim again.
That's true.
But respect yourself, babe.
Yeah.
It might be hard, but let it go.
This video I give people tough love.
Hey, tough love.
Tough love. Me too.
This is a dusty ass.
Crusty ass.
Most likely it is. I just I feel it. I feel it in my bones. I feel it.
It's one of those ones that have the density. I need
It's not even audacity. It's girl. It's personal.
Yeah. Happen a mother would love, and then you want to come. Babe, girl, pack up your things. You are worth a lot more.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Now, Mrs. K discussion.
That's actually so triggering.
Please, the next thing you should tell Steph is that you have left him and you don't
I need
have
to
him.
start doing follow-ups for like.
So last time we spoke,
Are you gone?
you should have some episodes where people will come give you like feedback.
Yeah,
the last advice they got.
Yeah.
Be cool.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. So babe, tumekwambia, don't think twice. Run.
He hates you.
Yeah, he hates you. He wants you dead.
Yeah.
Literally.
You know when your moms do this. Are you
That's us right now.
Literally.
But with all the love and respect.
Respectfully.
Peace and love.
Yeah, with peace and love.
Yeah. Speaking of moms, hey Steph, so I have a strict mom that doesn't allow me to go out to hang out with my friends. I've tried talking to her and saying it indirectly, but she just doesn't. What should I do?
Say it directly.
First of all, how old are you?
Yeah, that was my question.
It's easier to ask for forgiveness than
That's
to
what
Okay, here's the thing, to add on to that.
Yeah.
When I also had, like, my parents were kind of strict in the beginning when I was young, really. And one day I just kind of, with Kami,
We were like crying.
we snuck out and we got caught. Wow. And obviously my parents were super upset.
Yeah.
And then after that they were just like, you can go, but just tell us where you are.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's like they have to stop thinking of you as like a child that they need to protect. And then
On the other side of that, my mom decided to put me in the car, drive me to S2 to Westlands during the day, so you can see how dingy it was. Dude, she spoke to the manager and she said, you are never leaving the house again. But I still pushed after that. I still was like, Mom, can I go out here and there? Like a couple months after. And eventually she was like, clearly this is a battle you would shut up about. So eventually she was like, okay, well, if you go with your brother, if you go with your cousin, if you and then slowly, eventually
You regain control.
Exactly.
Yeah. And also if you have an elder sibling, ask them to intervene, because when you're going through the same thing, you can help with that. My sister used to be the one I used to run to every time. Like, just tell Mom I want to do this. And also, I think parents love being involved in whatever we do. So you can just let them know, like, Mom, I'm going here, and here. The first few days, you can be very honest about it. If you decide to lie along the way, know how to match. White lies.
Those are the days you used to say birthday dinner in Aisha.
Some things like those. So we're going for a sleepover after to a very relaxed home, something like that. So it will make it easier for you. But start with, let's say, have a curfew. I'll be home by 7 at this time, and then be very honest about it. And if you know you're late, let them know. Like keep them in the loop. It will make things easier for you. But
that was like my number one source of fights with my mother. I did not communicate. Say, if I left and I say, I'll be home at this time, I'll be home at this time. Like if it went a couple minutes after, I would not text her, and that would be the issue. She was like, you could have just said, and I wish I could shake my 17-year-old self and just be like, text. It's not hard. I was feeling like scared. Like, what if she'll be mad? Like, no, just let them know.
If they want to be mad, they'll be mad. But at least you communicate it. You can always say, but I told you.
And also sometimes the communication isn't even like to check up or like to keep tabs on you. It's more like of a safety thing. I'd say even now, still going out as a woman is very scary.
No matter the age.
And our parents know that because the streets are scary. So it's just communicating.
Being young and you want to be outside like that, it's very hard for them to just let you be, especially after the situations that have been happening in the country. So so we get where they're coming from, but you need to match their energy. You need to know where to compromise on.
Exactly.
Look at us, big sis.
Okay, next dilemma. I'm a girl. Hey, girl. So she says, I'm a girl. I have this friend, also a girl, who was/is a good friend of mine. I feel like we've drifted a bit though. We have so much sexual tension, but none of us has ever acted on it. I mean, we've done small things like holding hands and thighs, but nothing big. Should I make the first move?
She your shot queen.
Happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month. Yeah. Conversation. Have a conversation with them. First of all, ask them if they're comfortable with it before you make a move.
Consent.
Consent is important. Maybe try something small. Let's say ask them for a date. Ask them for a date, and then make it very clear with your intentions. Maybe for them, it's just I love holding my girl's hand. And maybe physical touch is their favorite love language. And you might be overthinking it. But just shoot your shot, babe. There's nothing much that will happen. Shoot.
But question: if they're friends and she shoots her shot and she's the other person
And
is
she
not
misses.
feeling it, do you just kiki and continue your friendship? What do you do?
Well, I get where Cindy's coming from. Because now this other friend will be like, oh, well, have you been hitting on me this whole time?
It changes the dynamic. Imagine if it's one of your like your guy friends as well, and you're like, dude, I thought
The
we
thing
were
is, she
friends.
said they're already drifting, so.
Oh right.
Then after they just completely drift.
After,
If it doesn't work, they just completely drift.
when were they drifting?
Yeah.
After they realized the tension or before the tension?
That's good context to have.
Not given the timeline. I think you need to start texting me. So March this, then December that. So we don't know the context. So she should shoot.
I think you should.
Shoot your shot.
But with the expectation
Of you might-
with
not be
realistic
feasible.
expectations that it might go either way.
You have to weigh, is it worth the risk of potentially losing a friendship? And then,
Okay, let's continue. Hey Steph, I recently turned 22 and I've been single for 2 years now. I'm really trying to put myself up there and meet new people, but it's a struggle since my previous relationship left me traumatized and every guy just gives me the ick. How do I go around that? Like any advice? But don't we all just get the
literally your existing is making
Maybe
it
imagine
sad.
it's okay. Maybe take some time off. You
It's not a
don't
must,
need to
by the
date with the intention of ending up in a relationship.
Your 20s, your early 20s, like have
22?
fun, date around, get taken out, you know?
Just
Meet people.
coming for president.
I think the intention behind the dating is the one that matters the most, because maybe if you're looking for a relationship and you're still clearly not healing from, you've not healed from the previous relationship and the trauma that it caused, just meet people for the sake of it. Be fun about it. Don't make it too serious.
That's so true.
Yeah.
The intention is what's so important.
Yeah.
But I think first she nedes to heal before she starts even dating. Like just with, like as we said
But you know,
before.
healing is never ati. Wacha niketi chini sasa heal.
It's true. But like at least to the point where even the thought of going on a date is not like this guy. Like, to the point where she's like, I already know what I'm expecting.
Or you might end up like our friend like from before who will just like end up dating the same ex over and over again.
So
What gives you guys the ick?
speaking of it, I know
Oh my god. We have time. Okay, we have so much time. My number one egg, and I experienced it. You know when you go play like bowling? Not bowling, sorry, pool. When the ball falls and the guy is running after it, chasing the ball.
Yes, it's like, where's my bag?
I'm leaving that. Or a man running in the airport, they're late for their flight.
Give me the
As a man, why are you late? I'm sorry. Crazy.
The one thing that's popping into my mind is V-necks. I hate a man in a V-neck shirt. Like I don't know what it is. I know it's t-shirts,
like the exposed
T-shirts, like that. Or if you wear skinny jeans.
White skinny jeans.
Steph has a problem with white skinny jeans and she will die on that.
It's not like
White skinny
the
jeans.
Long Island ones.
So much.
It's early days. I
Early
can't.
days. boys.
I'm sorry, white skinny. Oh,
Like just like very unmanly things. I don't like them.
Like,
be a man.
yeah, just be a man. Be a man. What the hell?
Or you know when they're like getting out of their car and you can see the butt.
Oh my god.
Like, what are you doing?
I know the men in the room are like,
If I see your uncle's I'm done. I am done. I cannot even look at you twice. Your lips are dry.
Or if you wear an
I can
anklet.
offer you my bathroom.
I'm not wearing an anklet.
They do that.
You guys can't have jewelry. It's keeping jewelry.
Anklet.
So instead,
Okay, slay queen.
What?
Mine is at a restaurant, and the guy is trying to get the waiter's attention, and it takes multiple tries.
Yes,
I'm ignoring him.
excuse me, please.
Is the worst. Now you're just there. Imagine you're just there. It's just order, baby. And then I come and do it and get it in 1 second. I am done with you. I am over it. I'm so over it.
So Cindy, let me ask, how long? How many tries? Is it like one try?
No,
two
maximum.
And they don't respect you.
Yeah, they really don't.
They don't think you're going to. It's the excuse.
And the slight hand raise.
The hesitation.
No, it's when they get frustrated, because the guy will get frustrated and say, "Let me just go call them," and then they stand up. Even me, I'm standing. Don't leave.
Let's go, might as well. That's just me. It's crazy. For that one at the bar, I hate it so much. If you can't handle that, no ways. Ashy feet for sure, ashy hands, ashy lips,
Ashiness.
Just
ashy. No. Suits that are not tailored. Like, it doesn't fit you. A boneless jacket, like you know those suit jackets.
Oh, and they're just like
outfit, my goodness.
Wait, when the jacket now starts going over the hands.
Okay, so
Because now it's big.
That's what we
Why are you flapping around? As if.
and as a guy, like a man who laughs too loud. I can't.
Okay, you can't enjoy life as a man.
But you're just generally loud. We can't be seated here and people there can listen to you.
I'm the loudest in the group.
Even me.
I was once with my friends and we went out of town and the guy I was seeing at that time was the loudest in the group. You know, I got the ick, I was done. I was done for. I just had shouting. As a football, whenever they're watching football, I don't know why I don't like this reaction. Shut up.
So you guys are not allowed to enjoy anything.
Yeah, so as a man, why are you talking?
Or the guy in the group that's trying to prove.
Let me tell you my biggest ache. The guy in the group who's the errand boy.
Oh my god.
Look at this.
You just go get this.
If you're not the group leader,
Don't be
group side.
Crazy. Other people who are like loud and rude within spaces.
That's what I agree.
Like
The
that's
alpha male.
I really don't like it. So someone shout here, Nani.
Actually,
And then football pitch.
Just be a man.
Don't be too much. You're not allowed to.
You're not seen.
Just be a man. Yeah.
Okay, but the white skinny jeans is like
No, that one is
That one and running after a ball.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
So we said V-neck.
Can you imagine how tiny it is? And it's rolling around and it's like bending. That man can't handle his liquor.
Okay, don't be sloppy drunk.
Yeah.
we could actually be here all day.
Yeah.
We have a
I think this is like another show.
gossip. Oh my god. Why do you know everyone's tea? Yeah. Why do you know that?
Yeah, that's true.
I should bring you to
And be unbothered by it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, next dilemma. Speaking of men.
Ew.
Says hi. I think the title of this should be men. Full stop. Hi, I moved in with my man and it has been a good experience. However, I come from a very staunch Christian family and it's been an issue for my parents, especially my mom. I've been considering going back home because of the relation strain with my family, but at the same time, I've been at my most peaceful here. Please advise.
First of all, that's not their life. That's not their lives they're living. They've done their thing. You probably see a very bright future with this person. That's why you moved in with him. Don't let your parents dictate how you live your life. And if they're Christian and you know what you are doing, I mean, for them, it's just that, I think, sex before marriage. That's the thing that's bothering them before. Let them let you be. I mean, the relationship might be strenuous, but if you're happy and you're peaceful, what's the point of going back home where they'll remind you every single day that you did not agree with whatever they stand for? So choose your peace and say stay with a man.
It's a hard lesson to learn, but when you become an adult, you know, you have to kind of move away from like, oh, what will my family think? In relevancy to your own peace, you know, protect your peace. That's like the most important thing at the end of the day, no matter what, regardless. And I know it's hard, but
and sometimes
especially with your mom.
That one
It's completely the other opposite way because I come from a Muslim family and we don't move in with the person you're seeing until you guys are married. So different strokes for different folks.
I mean, I think if they were really upset, like really against her moving out, they wouldn't have allowed her to
in the first place. They would have stopped
they would have stopped it immediately. So I think it's just something that they'll have to get used to over time.
Also, I'd say maybe bring your family into your home with your boyfriend. Let them see how life is with this person and let them know of your future plans, because something else they may be so scared of is you guys getting into a relationship, things go south, and then you have to it's going to be now picking after what the damage that has been caused. So please let your parents in on whatever you're doing. Invite them to your home, cook for them, let them relate with your boyfriend. Maybe they haven't even met him, and that could be very worrying for him. Let them know about the other guy's family, because that's another thing they want to know.
That's really good.
So they just probably the only thing that is really disturbing them is information about this person. They want to know, is this a good person? Is this what or not? So
are you safe?
Are you safe? Are you being taken care of? Are you okay? You know, even openly communicate that you're happy wherever you are and you feel like you're an adult if you're able to do that. So you're having peace and you know that you've made the right steps. Because sometimes parents think they know best and that's not the situation. So just stand by your choices and also invite them in to know
your life,
about more about the situation.
Because I think more often than not, when we have strenuous relationships or conflicts with our parents, it always comes from a lack of understanding. And also because they also don't know. So I totally agree. I think by inviting them over, or even him going there and they have that interaction one-on-one, so they actually know he's not really like the devil.
Maybe your parents just want to rough him up kidogo, and then just for them to just feel safe.
And I'm sure you guys are serious. They'll see maybe their intentions of marriage there. You're not just like wasting each other's and their own time, right? They want the best for you, and if you're happy, healthy, safe, I'd hope that's all they would care about at the end of the day.
Just let them know.
Not tough love.
Not tough love everyday tough love. Okay, right now at least.
Just can we deal with my dilemmas after this?
We got you. Round table talk.
Okay, she says, hi Steph, I've been crushing on some guy for about a year now. I'll stop there. This crushes, I'm having a crush, little crush.
I have opinions on crushes, but continue.
Okay. We've been talking casually, but there's nothing romantic about our conversations. Recently, I met another guy who turned out to be friends with my crush. This new guy has made it clear that he is interested in me and would like for us to start dating. I've had a few conversations with him and he's a really nice guy. My problem is that I am just not attracted to him, and I think that giving him a chance would totally block me from getting on with my crush. Advice.
You're right. It was not your chances. 100%. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Girl.
And also, don't date someone you're not attracted to. Why would you do that to yourself? He might be a really great guy, just not for you. And that's okay.
And that's okay. You guys don't like grow into love.
No,
like,
no. I mean, that's grow into love. That's possible, but you have a crush. But you can't grow into attraction.
But then she says that we've been talking casually
for a year,
and there's nothing romantic.
So
are you guys friends?
I'm of the opinion that you should never date your crush. Like literally, I did an entire show.
Me too, actually.
I did an entire show about it yesterday because that's exactly. No, that's what I said. Then I said
crush is unknown information.
So you build the idea of a
You
person,
romanticize it,
right?
yeah.
Romanticize it, and also when you have a crush, you might be a bit too excited, a bit too forward, and you might like fumble in the slightest. But for real, like you create a perception of a person that may not be the reality, and you will always be let down if you have a crush for a year, sis. And it hasn't happened.
There's nothing romantic about. So what do you guys talk about? The weather?
Have you not shot your shot? Like
Climate?
That's your bestie.
That's your bestie.
it's your bestie that you want to see. So, I don't know.
should she not date any of them? She looks for someone else.
I personally think, I think maybe she hasn't necessarily broken down what she means. Does she mean physical attraction, or what other level of attraction could there be? But I'm curious as to, I think there's also where people may not be, you've heard of those epic love stories where when they met, they were not initially like physically attracted to take off your clothes type thing, but then now they grew
Yeah, that's
into
perfectly
it.
okay, yeah.
Because I think also I agree with Kami, like if crush is like a fantasy, and then they might go and just burst your bubble, and then
they're not what you thought
exactly.
they were.
Or they don't live up to
the fantasy that you created
in your head, exactly. So I'm like, let the crush stay a crush, please.
Exactly.
Okay, just personally from a distance. I mean, just be like, whoa.
Yeah.
One day, but
then there's never a day. That day never comes.
Shoot your shot, just see what happens. F it, like you just see what happens.
If you die, you die.
If you die, you die. Okay. Personally, I don't think you can. I'm not those people who grows into attraction later. Maybe the love and the connection can come later.
I need to be somewhat attracted to you.
Yeah, I have to see some features that's like
I don't get
At some point, sexiest person I've ever seen, but I need to be like, ooh.
make my head turn a bit.
That initial.
Like on a random Wednesday, they still look.
exactly. They always be upset.
What's exactly I don't wanna be upset.
And then someone also can show my friends confidentially. I have to excuse.
It's just a bad picture.
I cannot.
He looks better. So have you guys, speaking of friends, have you ever introduced a significant other, a crush, something, and your friends are like, if you're happy, I'm happy?
Yes. Well, you know, I've only been in one relationship, right? And I've been single since. It ended back in 2020, I think. 2020, 2021. Somewhere around there. And I haven't really dated, but I've seen someone, and I think you've met him.
Okay.
And it was very short-lived.
I was wondering.
It was fun. You know what, crushes should remain as crushes. And it was just like, oh, that was fun. Then moved on. But
It was cute though.
Okay. It was cute, actually. Super cute.
Okay.
All right. If you're watching, you're very cute.
Wink. Okay.
No, I was gonna. Not me, but Kami has introduced me to someone. I was like,
Fighting for my life in the group chat always.
You're defending this man
every
for
single
life.
time.
That's such a red flag to me. If I have to keep on defending you, your looks, your outfit, as in, what's up? Why are you not putting efforts?
Do something.
Do something about it.
Switch it up, bro.
I realize also, most of the time, whenever I'm dating people, I don't know. That's why they haven't worked out, because I never bring them around my friends. I find it's like I want to hide you to protect you from their words. Because my friends.
See, now I'm the opposite. I want to introduce my partner to my friends because if you can't take the heat, what are we gonna do? I can't hold you from
That's exactly why they never worked out. So there's a reason. It's like I felt the need to protect them so much because I knew they're only perfect in my head, and everyone will see the flaws that they have, and I can't keep defending that, because one thing about my friends, they'll call me out on my bullshit. I'll be like, girl,
as it should be.
So imagine going to the club and I don't want to be seen with you. Going outside with my friends, I don't want to be seen with you. That's
tough.
Tembea nyumba yangu.
No, we meet at home.
you go have fun.
You go
fast, then I'll follow.
That's crazy.
You don't want that.
Yeah.
That's not good.
And apparently that's every man in Nairobi to me.
Oh, damn.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
Okay.
Mommy, get me out of here.
That's another dilemma. I am currently, and she writes seeing in quotes.
Okay.
Oh.
Seeing.
So you're not
Seeing a man that seems to only want me for sex. In the beginning, things were great. He was doing all the right things, but suddenly that energy has dropped, and he seems to only want me for sex. I do not want to be in that kind of relationship, but I also don't know how to hold the conversation.
Ghosting.
Not the ghosting.
And why I'm saying ghosting is because this person does not hold you to high regards or whatever, and I don't think he's able to he has been communicating through his actions that he does not care for anything else but sex. And since you have been offering that, remove that from the table and go away, because again, you've been with him for like a year, and there's nothing proceeding to a relationship, like it's not more. That means he's been you. He didn't want anything else, and he was giving you and acting right from the beginning because he knew his end goal, and you have been giving him that, so now he's feeling relaxed. So yeah, just girl, bye bye.
Block, delete.
Because I'm giving you sex, you're giving me nothing but.
And by the way, trust your intuition. A woman's intuition is always correct. If you feel like, he's only there for sex, then he's only there. Then you try and have that conversation.
Or even try to take sex out of the table and see.
But like when someone shows you who they are, you have to believe them. If he's showing you this is all he wants,
just accept it.
And if you're not comfortable with that, and that's not it for you, just
trying to have a conversation with him will not lead to anything else.
Move on to someone that will give you what exactly you want. Exactly.
And it's clear that she wants something more from him that he's not willing to give.
But it's so frustrating when you want that one thing from this person and the person you want it from doesn't want to give it to you.
It's so frustrating.
So annoying.
Sorrows, prayers. Okay. Hi, I'm in Form 4, or at least I am assuming that's what F4 means. Could be Form 4 or 4th year something. I'm losing my mind and I don't have time to get my shit in order because there's so much going on. School is so demanding. There's so much going on in my personal life and with my friends. I want to go for therapy, but it's expensive and finances are tight in the house right now. So I don't even know what to do. Help.
Okay, first of all, if you're in Form 4, all the best in your coming exams. And second, there's so many free therapy. There's so many therapists who are offering like free therapy. I'm going to share some with Steph. She can just like put them in the description if anyone wants access to therapy, because I feel like everyone deserves access to therapy. And then I feel like you need to focus on the most important thing right now, which is school. So put everything else kind of
back burner.
And just focus on school, finishing school. Friends will come and go. You'll fight, you'll make up. So just like focus on the most important things right now.
I feel you also need to sit down with yourself and categorize the things which are causing you the problems. So some things you might need to put aside, especially when it comes to friends. If they're coming in between you and school, you do not need those people in your life. Let them know that they're causing you stress, they're causing you this, and you need some time to focus on school. Take a break from everything else, focus on school, and then deal with the other things later. And be kind to yourself, because it's not easy.
And also you could try journaling. I know it sounds very long.
Cindy is a champion for journaling.
I love journaling.
I'm with you there. I love a journal.
Even when I feel a breakdown come I just do that. It honestly helps, because sometimes when you journal for like consecutively, you will notice a pattern. You notice this theme keeps coming up. This one thing is bothering me every single day. Then you'll know, okay, I have to tackle this thing. So if you're not able to, but I know, as Yas said, there are very many free resources, and there are some that are still paid but cheaper, which I'll also share with Steph. Try journaling. It might actually make a really big difference for you.
I would say your mental health is the most important thing, bottom line. And if the school stress and friend stress, like these guys have said, please categorize and find other avenues. And also prioritize downtime, right? It's exam season. Your mind needs to rest. You know, you're cramming a lot.
PTSD just thinking about it.
If I had to go back, So remember to rest, remember to put yourself first, including, you know, those friends that are giving you stress. Leave them for now. Yeah, and then come back. We'll see.
I will say kudos to her, because if she's even thinking about when I was in
You're like 16, right?
My problems. The problems are eating me from the inside out.
She was so damn angry. No one told me to talk it out.
Or to write it down.
Just show the anger. Or the stress.
Also find a really good support system. I think things that will hold you down, especially with family. Look for people, because people who are close to you are the ones who are able to help you the most. So if you can talk to your parents about it, maybe they might be able to help you with the therapy thing. Maybe give you the funds to do that. So just have a really good support system. Let them know what is happening, what is eating you up. Be able to talk it out. Because it will help lessen the burden.
Good on you for being proactive.
Shout out to you for thinking about your mental health.
So much love.
Stan.
Stan you.
Because I'm thinking in hindsight, how was I managing, surviving?
No, the thing is, just keep pushing. I think it was just like a survival.
It was like autopilot, literally.
Because every time, like, you look back on exam season, you're like, did that happen? Like, it's all a blur.
Yeah, it's so traumatizing. I don't think about it.
I think also for me, there are moments when, like, even having this conversation, a memory, you know, comes up, and I'm like, that was blocked in the depths of my conscious.
It's giving trauma.
Also, you can cry it out.
We are proud advocates of crying.
Same. I cried with the lip quiver and the hyperventilator. Trying to catch your breath.
I went back home from Nakuru, and then I found my siblings finished my cupcakes. I broke down. And then when I was looking back, I was like, oh, there was something else stressing me out. But this was just my brother found me crying. He's just like,
pushes you over the edge.
No, dude, I feel that pain. Siblings eating your food. No, I'm so sorry.
That's no pain. The one life I tweeted it, I was so I forgive you. But just cry it out. To be very honest, to let you relax. To relax your muscles.
And I think this is what I like about this upcoming generation. And even we are very, I mean, it sometimes happens to its detriment, but we are very hyper aware, like self-aware. Form 4 or whatever, you know, time that you are in therapy is an active option you're looking into. I think we're doing great. I think we're doing good. I think the mental health advocacy is getting to most people.
This generation is doing the thing. We're really trying.
Because the boomers and the Gen X, life is already hard.
But
all the best. To the success card. Okay. I deeply value open communication, heartfelt congratulations, timely information, regular updates, supportive texting, and providing validation to a close friend. However, despite my genuine efforts to suggest improvements in their behavior, they persistently ignore me. Should I match energies?
That is the thing for being a very demanding friend. Because I mean, I get that is what you feel like you require in your friendships, but then have you taken time to consider what they also want and require from friendships? Because if you're telling me you want constant text, babe, don't I have anything else to do in my life? You want constant checkups, don't I have anything? Are you doing the same? You know? So you have to match energies and just know who your friends are. If they're not people to be contacting you every single day, do at least tell them we have one day check-in on you. Let's check in on each other. Don't demand too much from your friends, because that can get draining to them.
Although she does say, or they do say that they are persistently ignored, and they have made genuine efforts to suggest improvements in their behavior. So I think my question is they are lacking of this heartfelt congratulations and timely information and regular updates and supportive texting and all of these things, bad behavior for this person, because it's literally being termed as I have suggested genuine efforts to improve this behavior. So it's from a lack of.
I think the way
I mean, how sure are you they're ignoring you? Because I'm speaking for myself. I'm a horrible texter, right? But then I really enjoy one-on-one experiences. Like, let's meet on this day, because I'm doing life, you're doing life. I'm not glued to my phone 24/7, just sitting there. So maybe you take she hasn't replied the same day as being ignored, but she might reply a day later and be like, hey, you know what I mean? So I feel like you need to have that conversation with the friend, just be like,
Right. But also, I think the way it's coming off is like she's telling them this is what they should change. But here's the thing, people don't change unless they want to. That's the first thing. And second of all, it's really important in this life to take your friends as they are. Like, you can suggest, okay, like I'll tell Kami, I'd like you to text me, to be replying to my texts if it's about something important. Like, please reply ASAP. Or if not, I'll call her. Like, there's always a way around the dilemma that you're having. But you can't force people to change.
And I think people, I think people also forget, like, you can be incompatible in friendship the same way in relationships. If you feel like your needs aren't being met and like you need something more, go out and seek such friendships, as heartbreaking as it is. Maybe that friend also needs something different from you. They don't need you constantly telling them and calling them, whatever. Maybe they need a more low maintenance friend. So
but
just
then
matching those needs.
What if she sees or they see this friend doing the same things that she's been requiring from her with other friends? That's hence the extra friend thing. Because there's some people who will just not keep you in the loop, alafu you see, wako pamoja, like what's going on.
Wait, Steph, is this the one who says that she feels like an extra friend?
No, this is another one. That's I
You still made a valid point.
Because that makes it personal. Why didn't you do this for me?
If that's the case, find other friends. Like, I think that's it.
But my concern is when she says should I match their energies? Regardless, you'll still not get what you want. You know,
it's not tit for tat.
It's not tit for tat.
And you're not winning anything at the end of the day.
Then you'll be. I think you'll even be more devastated because you're not getting what you want, and then now you're not expressing the love in the way that you normally used to. So it's not. That's not a good option. It's not a good option.
I started this thing with my friends, and especially Stephanie Cherono, because she's a person who's very, when it comes to communication, you are not going to be. I'm trying to find the right words, but she is very particular and intentional about it. So there was one time, I was just going through the pits, and I'm someone who likes to vent. But in my venting, more often than not, I usually ask, is this a good time? To mean, like, are you in a place like you can talk? Are you busy? So, but now we started to add a follow-up. Can you receive this now? Because midway ranting, she was also going through it. And I also adding
So very important.
We are both friends who also deeply value communication and all these things, but I think it reaches a point where you understand the way you said people go through life.
We're lifing.
So I will not be in a position to 100% be there to listen to your vents.
That is so emotionally intelligent of you.
I do. One question I usually ask is, are you in the right headspace to rant? Because there's that period of time I was having friends who'd rant to me about things as far as suicide, trigger warning, as far as suicide. And when they do that, maybe at some point I was going through my own shit, and that took me to the edge. Because now I feel obligated to cater to you. And also I'm going through my own shit, and that just made life
it's
3 times as difficult.
It's draining as well. That's true.
So asking your friends, are you in the right headspace for me to rant to you? Are you in the right headspace? Can you be there for me emotionally? Sometimes also the way we communicate, you can just say, I just need you to listen. Or I need you to give me feedback. I give me advice on this. Or
true.
I just need to rant. Let's leave it at that. Let's never pick it up again. You know?
I do that with my cousins and my sisters. Basically, like when I rant, they'd be like, okay, are you ranting to me to get advice or for me just to listen? What do you expect from me? So I'm like, just listen. You know what I mean?
When you do that with your male friends, you're just straight to solutions.
Sometimes I want to have a back and forth.
Just be like, shut up, bro. Just listen.
Sometimes they say kikiki.
Just give me a what? Really?
It's like so straightforward. You don't do this. I'm like, but like,
I don't want that.
In my head, I already know. I just want someone to validate my rant.
You need to communicate properly. There's communication that is communicating properly. And then just find a way. Be kind to your friends also. Don't expect them to be running at your beck and call. They should be also having things going
life
on.
is
Life is not. It's not easy for everyone. It's just not easy.
It's not
hard for you.
People are going through.
So just be kind. But then if it's happening that they're talking to other people and they're not talking to you,
That is a red flag. That's a red flag.
So I'm always curious, if you feel like you're being ignored by your friend, how do these conversations happen? Like, yes, I feel like, are you ignoring? Do you just blatantly?
Is everything
like,
okay?
Is everything okay? Why do I feel like I'm being ignored? Are we good? We're jam.
Very straightforward. Have I done something? What's wrong?
Do you hate me? That's the drama. Do you hate me? And then if you hate me,
If you hurt me, just say.
Just say. But it's
If you want me dead, just say.
Just say. But it has to be a conversation. Like it just has. You can't like cut corners or like try to sugarcoat things.
I don't want to let things pile up. Because you'll have a crazy outburst one time and then things may be
your friend will flash on you and that's it.
And I feel like I've reached a point in my life where I'm like, I'm too old enough for these corners.
Even with
Just
the
like,
lying thing,
exactly,
I don't
just
have time for it. I usually ask people, "Nitakuchapa." I might, but again, we lie.
you guys.
Where's the effort? So I mean, your friends, you should be able to have such conversations with them.
Anyway,
and if you cannot, that's really something.
That's a sign for you to find better friends.
So this is probably our last dilemma. Let's talk about peer pressure, because this is what it's about. What does peer pressure look like for you at the moment?
I don't get that anymore.
Oh, you don't get peer pressure.
No.
Is there something like adult peer pressure?
Yes, there's FOMO. There's FOMO. That's still do.
So FOMO is for like events or like hangouts.
I feel like there's peer pressure. I feel like especially now in the age of social media, you see people
to live a certain life.
Exactly. And you feel like the pressure of like, oh my god, I can't be the same age as so and they're doing all of this and I haven't. Beating yourself up.
There's also peer pressure like professional wise. Okay, we're the same age.
Give me nightmares.
You see, look, I've just won this award. Just checking out the questions on me.
I'm just like Kilala.
I think it's mostly about comparison when it comes to being an adult. Like, it's comparing your age mates, your friends, your workmates. Sometimes even your family. You're like, hey, at this point, my sister was doing this and I don't have this.
And also people being very open and being very bold will say, at this age, I should have.
At this time.
That's the worst.
That's the, and they're saying, when I was
already pregnant with 2 children.
No, I hate that story. Maybe at that point, I had stopped growing, I had stopped doing. So it's like, okay, good for you.
So let's get into this dilemma. It says, is there a thing as adult peer pressure? Also, how do you tell your friends who earn more than you, who keep suggesting that you meet up in expensive places, that you can't afford it, without thinking that I don't want to meet up with them? P.S. They know how much I earn and have been blasted at group hangs that I am a letdown.
Oh, girl, you gotta run.
Cut them off.
In this economy.
In this economy.
Crazy.
You're being if they're suggesting the places and they cannot help you foot that, you should not be expecting me to do that.
Exactly.
If it was that they didn't know what you were earning, that's something different. But the fact that they know and they're still like, anyway, let's go.
Are they doing this just to
just be
like
honest with them?
Maybe they want to. Are they really? Are they trying to one up you? Like, are they trying to show
But at the same time, also, is she being honest as to why she can't go? Is she telling them the truth?
Right.
Yeah.
You get not telling them, I'm sick. You know?
Okay, TikTok.
So I feel like you should just be honest with them. Tell them, guys, listen, I don't think I can afford this. This is way above my
pay grade.
Exactly. So if you give other options, and if they were true friends, they would.
They know that she doesn't have that money to be spending on such things.
Yeah.
And you're still being called a letdown.
And then also blasting her.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
In front of the bigger group, that's why.
That's really bad.
Yeah.
My suggestion would be if they were to suggest somewhere else that's above your budget, and then you say, hey, can we go here instead? If they all say no, they're not being considered.
They're not your friends. They're not their friends.
If you really wanted that, accommodations will be made.
Make you feel comfortable.
If you can't make it and everyone wants to go to Kempinski and you can't, maybe then you can be like, okay guys, I can't do this. I'll see you for the next one, or if you guys are doing something after, I'll come through.
And always suggest another option.
Yeah, and also like Joanne was saying, if they're not gonna foot the bill, like I know, like there's sometimes Kami will be like, let's go for a drink, and I'll be like, I ain't got
You got drink money?
Nah, don't worry.
I got no drinks money.
We'll make it happen.
We'll make it happen. And it's normally like that. Our friendship shouldn't be like
strenuous.
It should not be strenuous.
Yeah.
Actually, as we said earlier, it should be very supportive.
It should be like the easiest part of life, I feel.
Because life is really hard. It should be the friends taking you outside and they know for sure and they don't want to help you in any way because they want
If they want it dead, they can just stay. Yeah. It's interesting because we have a love letter, another segment, by the way, so it's like a shameless plug. And we've created a deck. I wish I could get the deck, but it's a bit far. But in one of the questions, there's an emphasis on finance. Like, between two people, have you ever felt like you have been forced to meet me at a place financially that you want? And I remember when we did it with Angel and Sheila, they were talking about finances, and they said that finances is not something that a lot of people talk about.
Friendships.
Like for me, I will gladly say Nico Pabaya.
When attached to my M-Pesa, you're catering for my pick me up. Let's enjoy the car ride because there's no way. You cannot trick me.
You cannot trick me. So I think, speaking of finances, how do you guys talk about finances within your friendships?
Aki, the way to Yasmin has said, very openly. I don't know what said.
Just be honest. A lot of these problems would have been non-existent if you're just honest.
That's true.
But also,
what will they do? Beat you up?
Friend groups.
No.
Accommodate.
Safe space.
Exactly. You might be lucky enough to have friends where I can be like, hey guys, like I'm broke today, I can't. But like maybe your friends aren't as supportive, and that's a larger issue. That you guys need to talk like, hey, can we just,
Because there are so many times, not that
and I feel like that's real. I'm not gonna lie, so many times when we have plans with Canada, I will be like, babe, Leo Sina, she's like, oh girl, good, but you to kunya one sider or something like that. In the middle. And for you to be suggesting something and then I mention that I'm not okay financially, and then you go ahead and just insist, it becomes such a problem if I don't appear. You have to check yourself. Why are you not accommodating me? It's so crazy. I honestly, very openly, I do it most of the times with my friends. Even them, they let me know that they're not okay. If I really want to see them, I will make sure that they're good. No matter what.
Just come on.
Yeah, but you just come on. I want to spend time with you because also it goes to the other question, what's the intention of you guys meeting? Why are you meeting then? If you're meeting to go have a meal and I tell you I'm not okay, fine, let's provide another solution. But then if you insist on this particular space, why? You need to show people that you can afford it, and in reality, most of you cannot. So it gives me a lot of question marks. Like, why? Why do that?
I understand why they're asking it, because like we were raised like money is such a taboo subject. About money now, so it translates now. You might have a safe space with people, but I understand like that hesitance, because I was never outright like, I'm broke. But when I created like a core, like good group of people that I'm comfortable enough with, who cares?
Because the reality is also money comes and goes.
Exactly.
Today you have money, tomorrow not. This economy is looking scary.
Yeah, it's very uncertain times.
Yeah.
But also, I was gonna say, but also for them, if they're calling you a letdown,
That's already.
if it's because you don't show up for the things and they don't understand why you're not showing up, okay, maybe that one is a conversation you have to have. But if they're doing it because of your financial situation, that's just not right.
And I think, interestingly, because she says they know how much she earns, but do they also know your priorities?
Exactly.
I vividly remember Ali this year. There was, I think, I went for blankets last year, and there was another one this year around April. And I really wanted to go, but around the time is when I was really trying to make this
happen.
So a lot of my priorities were SNS. So I was like, this money for the ticket alone, and the food vendors and the drinks and the what. I was like, it's not possible for me. My friends came before they went because it was just around Thika Road sides. So they came, spent time, then now they went. I mean, I still felt appreciated.
Exactly.
Like I felt like part of y'all. I was there for the premiere.
Sometimes it's not always about being outside. You can do something really
inside. Me and Sandra are such advocates for that. We literally get food and watch Netflix. We're binging this today, and it's so wholesome.
Nice. You get out of the door 5K.
You bring
20,500.
So FOMO generally is the adult peer pressure, in my opinion. But it happens in so many avenues. So from school life, career-wise, even the things that we just do day-to-day events, as Steph said. So it happens. So you're not alone. Sometimes people are just not very open about it. It do be happening.
But it's also okay to miss out.
It's okay.
It really is.
You saved money at least.
You really don't need to be everywhere with everyone.
You don't have to really.
Get comfortable with staying home.
And with your own company. So
Yes.
All right. So we have come to the close of asking for a friend. But before we wrap it up, where can we find you on your social?
You can find me at Kami Mukindia everywhere. That's KAMIMUKINDIA. And you can find me every morning on Radio 254, 10:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. Open Up with Kami is the name of the show. That's me. See you there.
Okay. You guys can find me on every platform on Yaska, YA7SKA AF.
Okay.
Sterling, you can find me at Joan Melly on all social media platforms, or the Sandwich Podcast, or on Thursdays at the eCov at KTN.
Okay. And you can find me on all social media platforms as well at Cindy Maria P.
Okay, thank you so much for watching this episode of Asking for a Friend. We hope you did enjoy it, and if you did, make sure you leave a comment down below, join the family, and let us know who you'd like to see next on Asking for a Friend. That's it from us, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye guys.